The Perth Racing Preview is where the Straight Up team finds you the winners, and here's the Straight Up team with their preview of Saturday racing from Ascot.
Oh, it returns to Ascot, and McGinnity returns to Straight Up, although you were on last week. Didn't get the memo.
Yeah, thanks for the notice, Mark. Hello, Seb.
G'day, Brad.
Mart. Good to have you back. You better? You're good, Mart?
Not really, but we're doing our best.
Does it look
doing
well?
our level.
You're looking good.
Thank you
fresh
very
cut
much.
for it too, for his return.
Now, first time you two guys have worked together on air?
We've done a little bit together on a couple of straight ups before. I reckon probably 4 or 5 months ago now, Mark.
Right.
Short memory, don't you?
Looking forward to putting the team back together then, Seb.
Yes, that's exactly right. We've had Riley here before as well with us three, but no, it's a good little trio.
Okay, Beanie gets the money too for big old Wesley John.
The great man.
Yes.
He'll be up and about.
Well, a bit of X action, do you think?
Well, if the Retrovision text line, someone already getting stuck into Brad and getting a little bit nervous about the meerkats.
Yes, well, how's it looking overall, the overarching, as far as the meerkat is concerned?
Magnificent.
Is it?
Yeah, it's all fine.
There's a few in there?
Oh, there'll be plenty.
Okay.
Had to get you back in with a bit of a pep in your step, Mart.
Yeah, well, we're going to do it a little bit differently today. We'll kick it off with Luke Fernie, who's going to be a special guest because he's set to dominate race number 1 at least. And Luke Fernie's about to join us now on Straight Up over there in beautiful Melbourne. G'day, Luke.
Hey, boys, how we going?
Good. Brad's here, so is Seb. But first off, how are things over there in Melbourne? Beautiful weather, isn't it?
Yeah, it is good. It's been chilly the last couple of mornings, but the days have been beautiful, that's for sure.
You're set to dominate race number 1 at Ascot on Saturday. The Drummond Golf initial plate, King's Court $2.35, Capitola is $5.50, Hagrid is $8.50, and Cramper Style at $21. Well done to you to get 4 juveniles into the first meeting of the season, or first race of the season.
Yeah, it's a good achievement for the stable. We only won one 2-year-old race last season, and you set goals each year to try and be better, and we sort of focused in on wanting to be better at getting a few more 2-year-olds to the stables. We buy a lot of horses, and we probably didn't get as many to the track as what we would have hoped last season, so we're kicking off with a bang this year, and hopefully we can certainly kick off in the right way.
What are your expectations with King's Court off one of the more blistering time trials that we've seen from an early 2-year-old?
I've seen you getting very generous with the price. So
It's $2.35 now, yeah.
Yeah, how much you going to let me have on it?
It's a good push.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, he was electric out of the gates the other day, and then it's always the big query with horses with their 400s to get them to the races if they're going to run the 1,000 out. But behind the scenes, his heart rate's good, his recovery's good. He shows me that he's going to run the 1,000 out, and he's going to take natural progression from whatever he does fitness-wise on Saturday. But I feel like he's probably got the motor to get it done. That's for sure.
Certainly no shortage of talent with the other 3 as well there, LK. So, first of all, Capitola, expectations there. That was a nice trial.
Yeah, he's a little bit slow out. Certainly was hitting the line really well. Chris was really happy with him. I feel like he's got a good motor there as well. He's probably not as electric as King's Court, but I feel like he's definitely going to make a horse. And the barrier probably makes it sticky for him. I'm not really sure where he'll end up. I won't be giving Chris any instructions. If he jumps fast, he'll go forward. If not, then we can just tuck him in behind him and see what he's got later on. Which will be the same for the other 2 as well. I feel like Cramper My Style is going to be a 1,200-metre horse in time, and then he'll get out over a mile as a 3-year-old, I'd imagine. And with the shades on, he really sharpened up at the track on Tuesday. And he just got left out in front in his last trial, and was sort of not knowing what to do. And I think with the shades on, he'll be able to get back and run on. And Hagrid seems to do everything right at home. It wouldn't shock me if he ran a very big race as well.
Nice armoury heading into the race, that's for sure. And, the staff are going to be very busy during the day with further runners to come, including cocktail party in race 2.
Yeah, there looks to be a heap of speed in that race. I was just going through and having a look there. So she'll probably get her chance to sit off him and see if she can sprint late. There's the horse of Jimmy's goes quick, and along with Ain't No Other Man and a few others there. So I don't think we'll be getting in a speed battle. But if they can make ground, I can't see why she won't be hitting the line if they overcook it in front.
In race number 3, you're backing Stop Dreaming up from last week's Calgary Cup, the Swan Draft Handicap.
Yeah, we'll work him around tomorrow morning just to make sure everything's all sweet with him. But I feel like he didn't do anything last week, so there's no real excuse not to send him around. He was pretty plain, and I was pretty disappointed in his run last week. So hopefully everything's all good when we work him around tomorrow. But he showed no signs of that run last Saturday, knocking him around, and nor should it, because he was pretty average, to be fair.
Yeah, what about in race number 4? Canallan's Legacy is second up, 1 from 11.
Yeah, she is going to be a very nice horse to follow. If you keep following her, once she gets out past 2,000, she's going to win a lot of races. We're just building up to get to that point, and I feel like getting in a race with no weight is probably the better option at the moment.
So what are you expecting from her tomorrow at the 1800?
She'll go back. I feel like she runs her best races getting back, and we had to work quite hard on her to get her to relax and drop the bit out early in her career. And now that we're building her up to them distances again, it'll be a go back, and hopefully they can roll along at a genuine tempo and just see her running through the line.
Got Miss Flirtatious coming up later on in the day. Showed another string to its bow. I'll start with a nice performance, and the Sharks are circling early. There's been some good money.
Yeah, I'm just going through that race just before as well. I feel like there's probably one horse from out wide of Ganjimi's that has a fair bit of toe, and I see there's no Eastleigh in play on Saturday. So if that ends up wanting to go fast, she can sit off it. She showed last start that she can sit and then accelerate. So she's got the tactical speed to lead or sit off them, which will leave us in a pretty good position, I think. But again, from barrier 14, things can always change pretty quickly if there's a little bit of speed underneath her. But she looks to have a bright future, and Tiana's horse in that race looks to be one out of the box, I feel. So if we are to get run down by that one, I wouldn't be too disappointed. There's going to be plenty more races she's going to be competitive in.
Okay, what about in the big one, the Max Simmons Stakes? Keep it a mystery. Are there doubts about this horse starting, or will he start?
There is doubts of him going around. I'm just going to wait and see how he is in the morning. He just doesn't seem right to me, so we're just going to just see how he eats overnight and then come up with a little game plan tomorrow. I feel like he's a Placid Arc horse at 100%, but there's no point sending him to the races if he's not at his best. So we'll just wait and see how he is tomorrow. But he certainly has a good future in front of him. So if he misses Saturday, it's not the end of the world.
And in the lucky last, they're letting you on each way Storm Chaser as well.
Yeah, that's very thoughtful of you. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
He's probably 1,000's a bit short for him, I feel. He's got that really good electric turn of foot, and if they're making ground, he'll certainly be running through. But off a break with 60, I'd imagine him to be doing his best work late, but that's also a very slick field. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him in a Winterbottom or something later in the year. I feel like he's got a lot of X factor to him, and we just need to probably program him the right way so we don't lose too many races on the way there and get his rating points up.
Okay, before we look at Wild Bell, the best of your runners at Ascot on Saturday, opening day?
I'd like to think King's Court, off his trial, was pretty explosive. So it's exciting to have a horse, first season sire, going to the races. I know there's a few people that are involved with Time to Reign that are excited to see him there, and it's always it'd be a good story to get a bull to get their first runner to win. So that'd be exciting, and I feel like Miss Flirtatious is good value to run a ticky as well.
Okay, what about Wild Bell? She's back in Melbourne. She's in the Northwood Plume Stakes, race number 3, currently $14 on Tap Touch over the 1,200 metres. How's everything gone for her over in Melbourne?
Yeah, she's been very smooth sailing. She's beautiful to deal with, so the gate's a big key for us. I think if she can jump, which she can be a little bit slow, but she tends to be pretty clean out early in her prep. So hopefully she can jump and put herself in a good spot. And I don't feel like there's any superstars in the race. I feel like they're a very even bunch, and she's one of the highest rated horses in the race, so that probably gives me a little bit more confidence that she's up to the standard. It'll just be whether she's handled the travel and going good enough.
Okay, there's been a suspended market because we were going to have at Tab Touch a BOG for Ascot opening day, and finding out that you're not on the premises, it's going to leave a huge hole in the betting market. Yeah,
I know. It's unfortunate, isn't it? But I'll leave my foreman. My foreman likes to have fun, so I'm going to give him free rein after. I think we got 10 in, so he's going to need a beer after it. The Irish love a stubby.
Irish will love one. Now, I want to know about Ripcord. How did Ripcord pull up? I thought it was a good run of the Guild Guy. Just things didn't go right for him. He ended up come up the wrong part of the track. Only beaten, 2.6? Pulled up well?
Yeah, he has pulled up well. He's just lost all over the shop. Frosty said he come in and said he's done an unbelievable job to finish where he did with how inexperienced and immature he was down the straight. So going to Caulfield next week over 1,400 looks to be where he's going to be best suited, and I feel like we've probably put more pressure on his performance next Saturday to make a decision on where we go to from there. If he is to come out and win or run a really nice race, which we all want him to, then we'll eye off a Golden Eagle possibility. And if that doesn't eventuate, there's still plenty of other races around here that we can try and knock off as well.
Okay, what's the gut feel on Wild Bell? What do you expect to be the pass mark there on Saturday?
Well, I come here really confident with the horses I bought over last time, and I learned my lesson pretty quick, smart. But her work on Tuesday was really good, and I feel like she's in a better headspace since we give her the knee surgery. And I think when she was over here last time, she might have had them little niggles without me knowing. And I think she's only run one bad race since we done that, and that was in the Quokka, and every other race has been foolproof since. So I do feel like she can run in the first three.
Okay, for the punters listening in, your legion of fans at $14, you better be playing up with Wild Bell. Don't drop off, and we'll go to Caulfield next Saturday for Ripcord. All the best. Big day out there at Ascot on Saturday. Lukey, thanks for coming on Drive and Straight Up, and enjoy yourself over in Melbourne.
Beautiful, boys. Thanks for that.
Cheers, mate.
He's a beauty. Always good to have Luke on the program. Makes himself available. What are your thoughts, just quickly?
Great summary of all the runners, and probably what a few people wanted to hear for race one at Ascot.
Big push there, wasn't there, for King's Court at that $2.35 price right now. Of course, it did open much shorter at $1.75.
Let's launch into it.
Let's do it. All right, race one is the Drummond Golf initial plate over the 1,000 metres. Number 1, Capitola at open at $8 now into $5.50. Number 2, Crampon My Style, $21 now. 3, Hagrid, $9 it opened at into $8.50. 4, King's Court, open at $1.75 now, $2.35 as we said. At 5, Statewide, $14, holding firm. Number 6, London's Rascal, $34 out to $51. 7, Pure Silver, $51 into $41. 8, Stride Away at $8.50 into $8. Got as much as $10. 9, Why She Left, $31 out to $51. Number 10, Why She Stayed, $11 out to $12. Got out to as much as $13. And 11, Writing Songs, opened at $12 into $8.50.
Imagine if those two fought it. Cobb would just love it.
It's well named.
You'd almost start writing gags on Friday night.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll just come to him naturally.
Oh, of course. Of course. So, obviously, this drift on the favourite King's Court is due to money for a number of other runners, including Pro Money each way straight away there, 400 at the 10. Capitola, 400 at the 650, another 300 at the 7. Why She Stayed, 200 at the 12. And plenty of smaller snips at the 13 and 11 as well, Mart.
Look, I'm going to just be guided by Luke. Watched all those trials, and gee, it just slingshotted, didn't it, in that 400-metre trial. Went 23 and change.
Yep. Very noteworthy that Wind in the Line, who everyone thinks is probably a listed class or better 3-year-old, trialled slightly slower than what this did as an unraced 2-year-old, which is pretty hard to do.
But well done to Luke, well done to Ryan Hill as well. Rhino's got 4, Luke Fernie 4. What are the best of Ryan Hill's there tomorrow, on Saturday?
Why She Stayed certainly looks the one. Brad on board showed plenty in the lead in its last trial and was nice through the line as well. There is a bit in this race. Neville's pair both trialled very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting to note with both of them, they only had 1,000-metre trials each, just 1,000-metre trial straight to the race. There's plenty of improvement to come there. But yeah, King's Court around that 250 mark around the traps, I think that's going to get a few of us interested.
Could it get out further?
Well, the way the money's going at the moment, there's no reason to say it's not, but we've been wrong a million times before.
Yeah, happy to watch them. Really excited about the first 2-year-old race of the season back at Ascot. They're on a beautiful pad. Always good to watch. But to me, if I was betting, that favourite would entice me at about 275, 7-4 in the old.
All right, let's look at the second, the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Handicap over the 1,100 metres. Number 1, Ain't No Other Man, opened at 320, now into 330, got out to as much as 340. Number 2, Oregon Hiker, 440 opened, now out to $5. 3, Empress of India, $4.60 out to $6. Number 4, Wednesday, $51 into $34. 5, Norwich, opened at $6 out to $7.50. 6, Cocktail Party, $8.50 out to $10. 7, Let's Talk, $14 right into $6.50 now. 8, Olivia's Me Mama, $21 into $13. 9, G Babe, $51 out to $81. 10, Grace Rose, $14 out to $18. 11, Make Your Point, $51 holding firm, got out to as much as $61.
Seb's a bit kinder than you are, Mark. Any comments on the 7?
No, he missed.
To go there?
14 into 650.
Yeah, he missed. What did you think about Let's Talk?
Interesting go off a maiden win. Nice maiden win. Time's okay. You've got direct time comparisons over the same distance with, I think, Cocktail Party. So,
Betting stable.
well, it depends what time Locke gets home from the club.
He told me he's a professional.
Right.
All those days are gone.
Yeah.
To me, there's speed
too.
in this, isn't there?
There's good pace in this, and this is what really opens up the race for mine is, you'd like to know which horse will lead because that's probably the one you want to have first look at. Oregon Hiker's drawn wide. Will it be able to cross Ain't No Other Man? Probably not. I think LK's just said Cocktail Party's just going to probably just come out neutral looking for a spot. Olivia's Me Mama's been known to show some pace in the past. Let's Talk showed plenty of pace in its first start. So, yeah, there's a bit there to go on with early.
Your thoughts?
If they let Ain't No Other Man lead comfortably enough, it's probably game over. But from a map perspective, because of the pace that I can sort of see coming, I'd be interested in Empress of India each way around that $6 mark.
Not a race that I really was too interested in. Ain't No Other Man has been costly this campaign, hasn't it?
There's been some money left in the bag with it. This does look one of the more suitable setups it has found if it can get to the top.
Yeah. No, I'm happy to let this one walk through. We'll go to race number 3.
Let's do it. The Swan Draft Handicap over the staying distance of 2,200 metres. Number 2, Hemlock Stone. Open at 310 out to 350. 3, Manavendra. $12 into $9. 4, Simply. Open at 220 now into 210. 5, Stop Dreaming. $8 out to 9. 6, I Love Your Smile. 6 out to 7. 7, Candlelight Supper. $16 out to 18. 8, Kerman Rock. $18 out to 29. Where's My Lunch? 51 out to 61.
Now, don't forget, before we get your tips on or thoughts on the market race number 3, Barbaro Butchers. Now,
I've already got one in, by the way.
Yeah, get your quaddie tips in. Barbaro Butchers, quaddie, $100 voucher. We sent 2 out last week. One was to
Martin Young.
Jason of Swanview and Nolly of Bayonet Head. There you go. Have
Riley from Wembley.
Barbaro's Small Goods, voted Australia's best ham for their semi-boneless leg ham. Award-winning small goods. Family-owned, operated since 1987. Stefan and Jaden and Big Rafa all out there. Premium local West Australian farm produce. He's got his own property out there at Bindon. Cows just roaming around. Pop them in the abattoir and then put them into the butcher shop. How fresh is that? Hey? Support your local business. Find us at your local independent deli and grocer. Farmer Jack's. You want independence. Freddie Fairfawn Jr. and the team. That's where you head. So, race number 3.
You're going to need an accountant just to add up all these cashies.
My accountant, if you don't get in by 10:30 every morning, just don't even try.
It's Peng, isn't it? It's Peng. Your account.
Peng. Peng's in Leonora. He's gone to Leonora for the Cup on Saturday.
There's only one street corner to work at.
Yeah.
Candlelight supper, $500 each way at the $16, if you don't mind.
Punters.
Simply $300 at the $2.10. At Manavendra, $300 at the $10. Eastern States Pro Money. Stop Dreaming, given a reasonable push by LK. Earlier, $200 at the $8. Mart.
I think, at the risk of sounding like Bradley of Maylands, but this is simply going to win, isn't it?
How's he going, the short man?
Oh, he did go to Kalgoorlie for the carnival, got there for the round. He got there pretty early.
Speaking of the devil, he has texted in on the Retrovision text line, 0427 789 571.
You only have to mention his name once.
He says, "G'day, boys. What happened to Brad Short's tips?" So he's speaking about himself in the third person. I heard he backed quite a few winners in Kalgoorlie.
Bradley. The third person. Brad, if you keep it up, we will mention about the security footage of you leaving the Tats Club on Tuesday night when you didn't see the step. And, that was night 1. It only went worse from there. Wasn't it good not to go up there again? No, to all my friends on the golf fields, I'm sorry I missed it.
Rough. Missed out.
You just saw the brilliance of Grant and Alana there and preparing stayers. They're at the forefront here in WA, and I think they've got the race between them here again. There's no thrills, but sometimes you just got to go with the favourite, and I think it wins.
Just seem two very nice progressive stayers going through the ranks, don't they? I Love Your Smile, definitely a forgive, was on its third straight run in 3 weeks, so that can take its toll. So put in a bit of a flat one there can certainly forgive. But, yeah, it is hard to see those top 2 getting rolled.
Remember, before its run last start, it jumped 16 to 22, didn't it?
Mm.
And I just doubted. I don't know why. I just put a little doubt whether or not that would have been better, 16 to 2,000. Obviously, there's no 2,000, but it didn't matter. It's only going to be better, you would think. Fitness levels have got to be improved again.
Yep. 100%.
So, not telling you anything here, but I think the favourite 4 Simply is going to be hard to beat, and the danger will be Hemlock Stone.
There'll be a few tipping it. Peng, Datesy, Dougal.
Brad.
Yeah. Dup.
Riley.
They'll all tip it.
Let's look at the 4th event, the Thank You Colin Brown handicap over the 1,800 metres. Number 1, Decoration, $11 into 9. 2, Royal Toronado, $11 into 750. 3, Santa Bray, $34 into 26. 4, Ace Command, $101 into 41. 5, Hoist the Colours, $101 into 81. 6, Great Fortune, $2.40 out to $3. 7, Central Force, $8 out to $10. 8, B Bardo at $2.90 out to $3 now. 9, Dark Missile, $34 holding firm. 10, Admired at $101 out to $151. 11, Canellan's Legacy, $31 out to $34. 12, Royal Gap, 26 holding firm. 13, Pagey's Turn, 51 holding firm. And 14, Yelling Up Girl, $23 into 17.
Good spread of money here. Gentlemen, Great Fortune, $1,100 at the $2.90. B Bar Doe, $1,000 at the $2.90. Yelling Up Girl, 500 places at the $5. Plenty more rank and file money, B Bar Doe, but the Royal Toronado, what was the fluck there again, Seb?
The Royal Toronado, $11 into 750.
There you go, Marsh. Yeah. There you are, mate. A bit of local pro money there, and a couple more keen as well each way there at that early price.
Fascinating race, isn't it?
Mm.
What do we do with Great Fortune? Do we accept its 2 runs of that of a horse who's just come back and gone to another level? Was there a little bit of mystique, and was that just one out of the box last start?
It's put 2 good ones together in a row now, hasn't it? And the clock doesn't lie, and the way the horse did it, it blew them up. Why can't it do that again?
Yeah. Are the conditions as conducive to on-pace running as it was that day at Belmont Park?
it should be the first day decks are normally pretty fair, but that's no reason you can't lead and run them off their legs and win. But it's only light breeze, I think, on maybe light southwesterly on Saturday.
Yeah,
forecast.
Southeast going to a southwest, isn't it? And won't be too strong. It might just...
Depending on what decoration wants to do early,
yeah,
and maybe a horse like Royal Gap, to a lesser extent, Hoist the Colours, the lead is there for it to get to the front and dominate. And look, at the Ascot 1800, it's never a bad spot to be.
It isn't a bad spot, but I reckon it's a hard one to lead all the way at the 1800 if the easterly's not blowing.
Yeah.
If the easterly's blowing, you can just scoot around there in 147, 8, 148. It'd be hard to beat, but he does go up 2.5.
And this is a nice little race. There's, you look at that pro money for decoration up the top, the early money Royal Toronado. These two favourites both getting their share of money. A horse that hasn't had any support yet, but like Central Force, who's ticking along very nicely. So, yeah, good little race.
We heard Dan Pearce interviewed earlier on today at York, and he said the horse is as tough as old boots. He said he's like a tank decoration, and he'd come back from running in Kalgoorlie and winning there last Saturday in great form. And
similar qualities to yourself then.
What about B. Bardo?
Can't do much more than it's done, can you?
What about the ownership group?
Just dodge the maiden. Head straight into a midweek Class 1, take care of them by a gap, straight to a Class 3. Do that very nicely as well. Very progressive animal.
Is that Ryan Hill? My God, he looks like one of the Beatles when they all went crazy.
It's like one of the ZZ Top members.
Yeah. That's a magnificent piece of work,
that's
that beard.
outstanding.
Do you reckon he wax in that? Yeah,
he'd
oil.
oil that, wouldn't he? That'd get groomed.
He's obviously produced it for day one at Ascot.
It's rich black, isn't it?
Yeah. Well done.
Boot polish.
An Oasis or something like that. Back to B. Bardo by Toronado. Have a look at this ownership group. They could win anything at the moment. If you just back owners, back them. Is it too short at $3?
I think the market's pretty bang on where it is, personally.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of Raw Toronado, it's probably a bit short at the moment. But you wouldn't be surprised. You could ask 10 people who they'd have favourite, and they'd probably 5 of them would pick B. Bardo and the other 5 would pick Great Fortune.
Gee, that was a good push from Luke Ferdy. If you missed it, go back and listen to it about Canellan's legacy moving forward. Not so much for Saturday, but 2,000 plus. He said that this horse is going to win a lot of races. Have you got a fancy?
You've been told that as an owner a few times. I have as well.
Favouring B. Bardo, but you'd want more than $3. It'll have to do everything right from barrier 12 pike on, but I think they'll scoot along with this grey running along out in front.
We can now look at the 5th event from Ascot on Saturday for opening day. It's over the 1,400 metres. It's the Key Clean Handicap. A big field here of 16. One Outspoken Lad from $31 into $23 to San Fabrizio. $12 into 11, 3 here for checks, 13 out to 14 for the Horseman at 41 into 21, 5 Count the Sessions, $11 now out to $15 at 6 Alaskan. Opened at $9, holding firm there. 7 Harbin at $31 it opened and now holding firm there. Number 8 Jellycan Run at $8.50, now just out to $9.50, got out to as much as $11. And on the Retrovision text line, Greg L says Jellycan Run at juicy each way, odds is surely due for a change of luck. Not a silly bet at all. Number 9 is Miss Sky High, open at $5, now to $5.50. 10 Miss Rock Joy, $31 into $23. 11 Key Trade, $101 into $71. 12 Amshad at $10 into $9 now. 13 Lano, $15 into $13. 14 Arcadia Night, $4.80 out to $6. 15 Pearl King, $10 out to $11. 16 Sweet Tea, open at $101 into $81.
So we heard the market for this event race number. Geez, it's a wide, as they say, it's as open as the Sydney Heads.
I'm glad that's where you went with that gag, Mart. Yeah, cracking betting race early, and bit of local Sharpie money, the Horseman, 500 places there at $5.50. Outspoken Lad, $350 each way at the $31, if you don't mind. Miss Sky High, $200 at the $5.50. Another $200 at the $5.50. What price is that now, Mark?
Who Miss Sky High? $5.50. Do you want it again, chance?
Pearl King, $200 at the $10. What price is that now?
Pearl King? What did they take?
$10.
They can have it at 11 right now, and you might even get 12s later.
There you go. Pro Money Amjad. Is that how you say it? Pro Eastern States Money.
$9 there now.
And, Lano's had some good support too. 2 or 3 very sharp operators involved. Lano,
yeah. I'm a bit with Greg L. with Jelly Can Run. Been racing very consistently. Graham Ballantyne's team just going beautifully, aren't they? And nicely drawn. Drawn to just get that right run behind him, you would think.
Sure.
Not really.
Big fields can throw up some... Big fields can just throw up some...
Is this that race, do you think? Firstly?
Well, there's not a huge...
No, it's not the first
Yeah,
one.
it's not a huge sort of pace profile to the race, so just could be sticky. I'd be banking on a 3-wide line, that's for sure.
Yeah. Bernie Miller's here for checks.
Nice trial.
Flooding late.
Might even settle closer than they think as well.
All right.
So, interesting little race. It's wouldn't talk anyone out of about 10 horses in this.
No, I'm joining in with Greg here. Little each way go on Jelly Can Run.
First leg of the quaddie for Barbaro Butchers. Can't wait for this, and we've already got plenty of... Thank you. Support for the Barbaro Butchers quaddie competition. If you haven't got your picks in yet, 0427 789 571. Get them in before 6 p.m.'s the deadline, isn't it, Marty?
Yes.
6 p.m, okay? So get them in. You've got just over 90 minutes.
Daylight savings doesn't affect things at all?
No.
For our Eastern States.
It's good.
For our myriad of Eastern States listeners.
Plenty of them. All right, let's have a look at this board here from the 6th event. It's over the 1,400 metres, the Mrs. Max Handicap. Number 1, Mojo Rhythm, opened at $13 out to $20. 2, Demolish, $16 out to $21. 3, Pompeii, $5 out to $5.50. 4, Go Bella, $51 into $41. 5, Rope Them In, $2.30 out to $2.40. 6, Red Sun Sensation, 16 into 14. 7, Frigid, $8 into $6. Got as much as $10 there. 8, Rusty Dreams, $9 out to $11. 9, Catalpa at $51 is what it opened at, now to $61. 10, Diamond Scene, $21 into $20. Got it to as much as $26. 11, Multiverse, $51 into $34. And number 12, Wango Award, $8.50 into $8s.
$250 each way. Wango there at the $8. Eastern States Pro Money Frigid, including a very large place component at the $10 mark. Red Sun Sensation, 700 places at the $4. Rope Them In, Mart.
Yes.
750 at the $2.15. 1,500 at the $2.30.
It's a class. You
What
can
price is that now?
Hey?
For Rope Them In, $2.40.
Yes, okay. You want it again, champ, or not? Hey? It just wins, doesn't it?
It's another very suitable setup.
Wow.
It's just a very... Yeah, it's so hard to beat. It's getting right near my price. I'd happily take sort of 270 or 280 and get involved. Not normally my sort of territory, but just seems to tick a lot of boxes.
Well, it just draws beautifully to take advantage of where it likes to run in play, doesn't it?
Yeah, in a race it doesn't have a heap of speed. A lot of horses probably building to other sort of races a bit further down the track. You have a couple of horses maybe looking for longer already. It just looks a fantastic setup for Rope Them In to continue going through the grades.
Is the one query with Rope Them In the track conditions? Soft 7 starts for 6 wins, on the good 5 starts for a couple of seconds?
If you really want to be picky about it, you could make that case, but it's put in some magnificent performances at Ascot, so I can't see any reason for that to quash your interest if that's where you want to be.
You got one off the text line?
No, nothing. Just one from Greg saying thanks for your support, Brad, in regards to Jelly Can Run.
It's Marty.
Yeah, Marty.
Oh, no,
that's what I
his
thought
support.
too.
Yeah, he doesn't give a
Doesn't
lot.
give a heap.
No.
Race 7, the second leg of the quaddie. Anything else on the previous?
Yeah, Wango Award interests me in this. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's what gets in 52.5 after the claim. Nice stalking run. Will be hitting the line. Very nice horse. Rusty Dreams showed signs that she'll be right back near her best after a couple of very encouraging trials, and there's been Eastern States Pro Money frigid, so good little race.
And just good to see Diamond Scene back too. I'm not saying it's going to figure in the finishes. It's obviously a staying type. Last time we saw it was in the Perth Cup. But watch out for this horse to have even a better campaign, more mature this time in.
Thanks.
Second leg of the quaddie now is the 2024 Pinnacles Carnival Noms Glows 14th of October handicap over the 1,200 metres. Another big field here of 16. One Resonator, $26 out to $41. Two Above the Peg, $21 out to $23. Three Brave Spirit, $15 holding firm. Four Defending, $41 out to $51. Five Esprit Garkin, $2.90 out to $3.20. Six Fly with Caution, $14.
So well,
I have right up to
He's
the
been going so well.
What is it? You've chanted me.
He's done a great job. He's been throwing in. It's Garcon, apparently.
Garcon, is it? Okay. I was tossing it up. Okay, numbers.
Time for the Victorian form preview for Wangaratta today.
7 Sentimental Well, $13 into $11. 8 Rejuva King, $101 holding firm at that price. 9 Keep Attacking, $11 out to $14. 10 D'Amber, $18 out to $21. 11 Madam Kisses, $41 holding firm. 12 Cosmic Crusader, $8 into $7.50, got out to as much as $10. 13 Woburn Gold at $21 holding firm. 14 Cholima, $15 out to $17. 15 Earthstorm, $8 out to $9. 16 Miss Flirtatious, after speaking with Luke Fernie just an hour ago, open at $14, now into $8.
That's a better pause. I like that. That's more like it. Said beautifully done. We only had to champion once to get it out of the year.
This is a tough race, my friend.
Cracking race. I did have to curl up in the corner with a blanket and get my Suki Lala on for about 7 minutes when I was done because I was a spent proposition. But it's exciting to watch. And
it's
where do you
about
place?
Really?
They don't troll better, do they, Mark?
No, but it's drawn Barrow 17.
And it's got the bars on the hind, which may or may not have been on in the troll anyway, so it might not be a thing. What price do you take?
No, I can't get involved. Not out there.
Might just get a lovely 3-wide track. And
Yeah, okay.
let's have a look at the money. Cosmic Crusader, local pro money. Miss Flirtatious, local pro and Eastern States pro money there. Keep Attacking, always plenty of support for this horse. And a bit of local pro money, Sentimental Bell as well. And some good support, Earthstorm. Punters backing it to do what Shantalk did to me a few years ago when they back it from $8 in $2.60 in one of the great meerkats.
Can I tell you that Brave Spirit's going well? I know that. If that's any help. Comes out of the
I didn't
Kings.
notice that by the big flashing lights all over its trial. But thanks, Mart.
I can switch back over there if you want, and Seb can sit here. I'm only trying to add in little, tidbits of brilliance. Your thoughts?
I wouldn't mind getting involved in Earthstorm each way, like if it got back out to around that $12, $13, $14 mark. You'll see some huge moves late in this market. There's such a big field. A lot of it will depend on what price Esprit Garcon starts, and a lot of it will depend on how the track's playing. They will really dictate how this market finishes.
Jesus, laden with talent, isn't it? This race, you go down to Elite One. What's it done wrong its last two?
Phenomenal last start. I reckon it came on even more last start.
Gets the right draw for Bradley. Yeah. All right, so
Cosmic Crusader trod very nicely. Everyone's always had some pretty big raps on that.
Big raps on it. Big raps on it for Donna. So another one we need to keep an eye on.
Chalima the same.
Yep. sort of got a half an inkling for Brave Spirit, just something small on it each way.
Just a semi-inkling.
Yeah, semi. Now, we've got to get to Josh Crispin, but we've got this event coming in from Northam, which is their opener on their greyhound program tonight. The Thursdays at Northern Novice Grade, 297 metres.
0427 789 571. That is the Retrovision text line. This one coming in from Brett Wolf Jr. Says, love the show, fellas. Keep the mug punters well informed. What are the rules for the quaddie comp for Barbaro Butchers?
Yes,
Just a quick explanation, because we are getting more entries.
Right.
Keep them coming.
Is that Brett Wolf?
Brett Wolf Jr.
Wolfie. So the most you can have per leg is 4 selections. But the way we decide the winner is the person who's had the least selections will win it. Does that make sense?
Is that new rules this week?
No,
you've been going with that. Yeah,
yes,
okay. It's good.
Yes.
I like it.
So if you want to label one and stand it out, away you go. But I think these races are pretty big fields. I think it might be a...
Wolfie will be Brave Spirit, rope them in, wouldn't he? Oh, rope them in doesn't make the quaddie, sorry.
Anyway, that's how it works, Brett. 0427 789 571. Now at Northern, we're only 4 off. 1 Black Puma, 752. Chill Out, 950. Divas, 12. Shimbona Proud, 14. Go Slash, $1.35. And Renegade Bull is 750. Let's get this next race out of the way before we go to Northern, and then we'll be able to catch up with Joshy Crispin.
Okay, the Unite Resourcing Max Simmons Stakes over the 1,000 metres. Another fairly big field here as well. Number 1, Sir Dreamalot, $13 out to $14. Got out to as much as $15. 2, One More Too Many, $10 out to $13, as much as $14. 3, Street Band, $18 out to $19, as much as $21. 4, West Star, $2.90 out to $3. 5, Keep It a Mystery, $21 holding firm, got out to as much as $31. 6, Angels Impact, $21, now $34, got out to as much as $41. 7, Bondi Bay, $26 out to $31. It was $34 at one stage. 8, Sinful Living, $7 now into $4.80. Repossession, $12 into $10, was as much as $14. 10 at Chirino, $26 out to $41. 11 God'll Getcha, $21 out to $51. 12 Matty Girl, $11 out to $12. 13 Golden Val, $21 into $13. 14 Golden Kathleen, $8.50 out to as much as $11 now into $8.15. Maggie Jean, $101 out to $151.
Salivating.
Oh, hasn't this race since they... Remember, it used to be run at Bunbury, didn't it? When they first brought it in, they ran at Bunbury a couple of years in a row before they switched it out here.
Right.
You don't even go back that far.
Just the memory battles.
Wow.
Memory battles.
I even remember that. I had to show...
Do we have time to go through the bets here? Because there's lots.
Okay.
There is a lot.
There's been a cracking
let's
race.
get... I want them done so then we can, after the race at Northern Greys, get Josh up and chat to him about the chances of his runner in the Dream a lot.
Repossession, 1,000 each way, 250 each way, another 250 each way, 200 by 500. West Star, 2,000 wins at the $3. Sinful Living, 600 wins at the 5. One More Too Many, 500 at the $10. What price is that now?
Which one's that, sorry?
One More Too Many.
One More Too Many is now at $13.
Oh, okay. What price is Sinful Living again, mate?
400 at the $6, Sinful Living.
It's $4.80. It opened at $7, Marty, if you're wondering.
500 at the $2.90 West Star. More Money Repossession. Eastern States Pro Money. Golden Kathleen, 300 at the $8. Another 300 at the $7, Sinful Living.
Still coming for it. Ripping race. It is a beauty over the 1,000 metres for the 3-year-olds. And it's a Dream a lot, trained by Josh Crispin, who joins us on Straight Up. G'day, Josh.
G'day, guys. How are we all?
We going well? You finished feeding up yet or still hard at it?
Nah, mate. I'm on my way home.
Beautiful.
Set up.
Couple of quiet ones. Put the feet up. And how's your boy, Sir Dream a lot?
Yeah, he's going super, mate. He pulled up well after his run first up. He's done everything right and he's pointing in the right direction for his second up run.
Hi, Josh. It's got to be exciting stepping into opening day with a live chance in the feature race. Do you have any plans for the horse in the run? Are you any tactics, or are you just going to leave it to loose and see what happens?
Yeah, look, we've obviously dealt a bit of a blow with the barrier. That's a bit unfortunate, but I've done what I can with the horse. He's in good order, and Lucy's in good form, and I'll just leave it up to her. She'll do her form in that. He's a horse that's been in these sort of high pressure races before and competed well. So yeah, there's no really instructions. I just hope they should run along a bit, and hopefully he'll be hitting the line pretty hard.
Okay, little gear change here. Chica's off first time, and you put a lugging bit on.
Yeah, look, that was just Brad just recommend maybe change up the Chicas. It was nothing ruling towards the way he was running and that. It was just pulling down on his ears a bit too much, so it was nothing to do with how he ran or anything like that. It was just to make the horse a bit more comfortable.
He looks to me the sort of horse, and you go back to when he won the Supremacy. He drew the outside, I think, that day, 8 or 9 or whatever, but he looks the sort of horse that you can just, shoot and he'll just go straight there. And if he could happen to bounce those barriers and get into a right position, like in the breeze or one out, one back, he shouldn't be underestimated.
Yeah, that's 100%. He's a type of horse that can take that sort of pressure and still find the line. And as you said, it showed that in the Supremacy. I feel like this sort of race suits him because of that fact that if we can get a bit closer, I know that he'll keep finding the line because he has won over the 1,000 at Ascot before. Look, it's just one of them things. The barriers is going to dictate where we're going to be, but if we can get into a position like that and he can build into it and have momentum, I know for a fact that he'll keep finding the line for the drop.
What are the plans for him post the Max Evans?
Look, he'll probably go to the Belgravia. Probably go to the Belgravia in 2 weeks' time, and obviously our main target's been the Placid Arc, so he'll have a three-week gap into the Placid Card, I think it is.
Yeah. Just get the feeling like my compatriot here, McGinnity, he sort of, I don't know about this fella. He's not really giving it a lot of respect, and I feel that this horse generally is a little bit underrated when you go back and have a look at all of his good form. And he's running the Karrakatta. He drew wide. He went out the back. He was given no hope. Bustling dictated the race. Before that, you've won a Supremacy and second in a Perth Stakes too, Bustling.
Yeah, well, that's correct. I don't know. Yeah, look, to be honest, I don't know why they're not respecting him as well as what he should be getting respected. I mean, yeah, look, first up, it was only a trial. He's only been nutted on the line. Are they going on by that? Or, but look, he's in good order. He's obviously, I want him peaking Placid Arc Day. But I think he can run really well, and like you said, he shouldn't be underestimated if he gets the right run. I know for a fact he's going to be there in the finish. Beautifully done, Josh. All the best for Sadream a lot, and thanks for coming on straight up today. Yeah, appreciate you guys for having me. Thank you. There he is, Josh Crispin. Good young man, works with SJ. He deserves a medal for that.
Love the confidence too. Yeah. Confidence in his horse, which you've got to have, but I think the price just speaks more about the quality of the race. No, I think it's more you. You've been sort of not interested and can't, Is it the barrier or what is it? I don't control if they drift or not, Mark. It doesn't really come down to me.
Okay, this race, it looks like the speed is going to come from about barrier 8, and then you get out wide to 11, 12 and 14.
Yes. Definitely worth noting the first barriers 1 to 5. All of those horses have shown early speed and gate speed and have held prominent spots in previous runs or have the ability to. So they're not going to come easily, those spots.
So
you'll have like your one more too manys and your sinful living certainly going forward.
Yes.
And then aside from that, the spots just behind those, they don't really look to me to be there. Who knows? It's horse racing. Anything can happen.
What are you doing in West Star then?
Well, and how much intent do you show first up with a long preparation in head. That's one advantage Sir Dreamalot does have on many of these horses, is it's had a run under its belt, so it's got a bit of fitness heading into the race, so that can certainly give the camp some confidence. But yeah, what do you do with West Star first up? Where do you don't want to risk burning the horse first up with a very long prep ahead?
I think it's a fascinating race. Fascinating renewal of the Max Simmons. Repossession, what do you do with him?
Yeah, there's certainly plenty of money to indicate that the stable are beyond keen, so good luck to them, and everybody saw the trial. I'm interested in a horse like Matty Girl, hoping for a bit of a drift.
Correct.
I think I might get it. I love the versatility of the horse. Can settle on pace, can settle back. I loved its run in the winter. And I do, maybe on first look, you didn't think that was the sort of horse that could come back a better 3-year-old, but there's every chance for mine that it might have. So I'm pretty excited to see what it can show in what is a really nice setup for it, I think.
And there's another one there, Street Band, in the trial, was just given a nice little quiet in behind with the blinkers on. What are you thinking there with Street Band?
Yeah, I'm thinking Trevor would have been very happy with that trial.
Yeah.
And there's certainly been some sharp money around with that horse at a big price early on too.
So it's a fascinating race. It's whether or not you want to go with the horses who could potentially, I think, a little different to you, work their way across from those mid to outside barriers and sort of be up on the speed leading and dictating the pace, or if they go really quick, maybe horses like Reposition, Matty Girl could get that nice little suck run behind them, get a split somewhere in the straight and explode. Any thoughts? You got to give the punters anything?
I concur, Mark.
Yeah.
I concur.
I'm Repossession. I've just got to follow. I know he slingshotted out in the trial, but he doesn't have to slingshot out here, does he?
That'll be really interesting to watch, because almost got too keen in the trial,
Yeah.
I thought, so they may well be looking for cover, but certainly when Brad gave it a dig in the trial, it certainly took off.
Yeah. Repossession, Matty Girl. I think Sir Dream a lot. I can just see Lucy is one of the best at getting these horses out of the barriers into positions early in races. She's a star at it, and she gets this horse across, one out, one back. Make sure you got him in your first fours, and I think Street Band is there drawn to get a really good run as well.
Oh, even if you can get Dream a lot into a 3-wide line with cover, be on pace. I'd be happy with that at the Ascot 1000.
Need to get cracking. Race number 9 at Ascot was the Schweppes handicap over 1,000 metres.
Sure is. Let's have a look at this board, Marty and Brad. One Storm Chaser open at $5 now out to $6.50. 2 Amber Glide $18 out to $34. 3 Cut the Talk $12 out to $15. 4 Super Session $26 out to $31. 5 Lifted Tail $15 into $9. 6 Almighty Class $3.80 into $3. 7 Moi Shoe $81, open at $71. 8 El Salto, $34 out to $71. 9 Son of the Boss, $11 holding firm. Was as much as $15 though. 10 Capital Flight, $31 out to $51, back in at $31. 11 Generosity, $4.80 out to $6.50. 12 Taropa, $4.60 out to $4.80.
Generosity, Mart, I think is what a lot of the punters were thinking when they saw the $3.80 Almighty Class.
Yep, into $3.
They stepped in.
What happened there? Well, you always
They obviously like it more than I do.
You always seem to get Mitchie stable in a bit, don't you? And I'd say you're winning about, 4-1 the last 5?
We don't keep score, Mart. We don't keep score. We Almighty Class, let's go through the bets.
Yep.
So there's 700 at the 380, 800 at the 330, another 500 at the 330, 2,000 at the 320.
Getting serious.
1,000 at the 340, 2,000 at the $3, another 2,000 at the $3.
Gee.
Taropa, 1,000 at the 460. Generosity, 500 at the $5. Storm Chaser, 400 at the 650. Live to Tell, some local pro money there at the bigger price early too. Good betting race.
Super race to finish the card, isn't it?
That excites me, Mart.
Does it? What excites you about it?
The quality horse flesh.
Yep.
The fact that it's going to be 5:39 on a Saturday afternoon on a fine Ascot spring day.
You've been out there.
We're all gonna want to come home with a winner, Mart.
Yep. Are you with it or against it?
I'm against it at the price. I had it favourite, but I'm against it at the price.
Yeah. Taropa?
Yeah, no, it does look a nice setup.
Does get a good setup, doesn't it?
Does look a nice setup for it. Generosity's going to be back near last and might need a good back to follow, but he's good enough. Trolled Super, Storm Chaser, LK was confident without being confident, wasn't he? So
Yeah,
bigger fish to fry.
Further ground, I'd say.
Cut the talk, puts itself on pace. Very tough, very underrated animal, and has had some sharp support as well. So, yeah, quality race.
Well, we really get to see this horse, Almighty Class. He won at this meeting last year, didn't he? I think he did. Pretty sure he did.
Won the Max.
Watched it from Bathurst, and it bolted in.
Watch it from Bathurst.
I was over there.
Yeah.
There's a
Thought
bit of a car,
you'd be one of those race car blokes.
a car race on over there.
Yeah. Having a Jim Beam Black Label can and
In the wood chopper.
yeah, flannel shirt on.
Yeah, that's it.
R.M. Williams boots.
Yeah, you got it. Up on the mountain.
Bigger Cobra hat.
No, a Cobra. Can't afford it. What about this race, though?
What about? Oh, just excited to watch. The negatives for me for Almighty Class, just
Yes.
playing devil's advocate because
Yes.
everyone else in the world seems keen on it.
Yes.
6 could turn out to be stickier than expected.
Then you think?
Probably not going to lead. I think they've always been pretty keen on letting this horse settle. So you're looking for a spot there. There's some quality on paces that look like they might get away with a bit. There's some quality run on horses, so it's not like it's a mapped special or anything like that. Let's. Is it fair to say that it might be D-Day for the horse?
Well, he needs to go out there and win one, I think. He's always tried well. His last campaign ended up in a little bit of disappointment, didn't it? Promised a fair bit.
To be fair, they reached for the stars, went in the very good
Yeah.
races. Even the ratings races on the way through were, quite.
Well, that's what he
quite
gets
strong,
again
so,
here. So
yeah.
he needs to go out and prove it. And Holly Watson gets the ride. So
No doubt in the class of the horse, but it's probably time to put the riding on the board.
is the fitness edge for Taropa going to play a part here? Because a lot of these horses are first up.
I have a heap of respect for its last start. It missed the kick and then got hunted to get to the front in that rope them in race. So really respectful of how it kicked on. So it's a much kinder run here, Mark.
Yep. From barrier 2.
And the race certainly doesn't stop there.
Rope them in would give it a good push if it happened to win earlier on, wouldn't it? You'd imagine the punters will say, oh, okay, well, we want to be a part of Taropa as well.
Just imagine Bradley in the last driving Taropa through a gap, putting the whip in the left, Mark.
We talk about it all on Sunday morning, Racing Rewind, between 8 and 9. Don't miss it. All right, let's get your better bets each way.
You go first, Mark. Throw them out. Mostly because I've forgotten mine. Matty Girl each way in the feature.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah, that's certainly what I'm looking at. I'm going with the LKs in the first King's Court, 250-ish. That's enough to get me. Empress of India in race 2, around that 650 mark each way.
Mm-hmm.
Big Improver, count the sessions, I think.
Gee, we've been waiting and waiting.
Big Improver, count the sessions.
You obviously know something.
No, I just got a feeling.
Right.
And could just need a bit of luck. Gee, we haven't even spoken about the good horse Amber Glide in the last either, Mark.
Well, there's a couple of others there you can talk about as well.
Yeah. Such a good day's racing. Just really looking forward to it.
Live to tell's another. Always great to get back to Ascot. So looking forward to getting out there on Saturday and enjoying the day.
Always great to just sit across from you or next to you at the desk.
And I'm going King's Court with you. I'm sticking with Simply Race 3, number 4. There are a couple of the shorties searching for a little bit of value. Brave Spirit each way in race 7. Even though I know it's nowhere near D-Day there. Race number 8, I just like this repossession. Ichi.
So do the punters.
And that'll just about do us. If I've got money, I'll probably have something on Taropa in the last if Rope Me In's already won. How's that?
Will we see you out there on course?
Nah. I can't make it, mate. I've got to work here. So, unfortunately, won't be able to make it. But I tell you what,
Finish
there'll
at
be a
one,
big
don't
crowd
you?
out there.
Finish at 1. You can mosey on down, can't you?
2.
2.
Yeah, be a big crowd out there. Colourful.
Just put the emerald.
A lot of
green
young
pants in
people
the
out
car.
there.
Oh.
The Emeralds,
Are they doing the Purple Hut this year?
they are.
Oh.
We've
You'll be
got
in that. So you'll be in that.
Yeah, 5 of them. 5 purple huts. We've got to get moving. David Renstead. You know why? Because it's Ladies' Day at Geraldton on Sunday. Entry is free. How good's that? James McDonald's playing. That's
Who?
it. J-Mac.
J-Mac.
Yeah. Not the jockey.
Right.
The singer. So it's going to be a big day up there.
Multi-talented.
Shorty's going to be there too as well.
Which one?
Saturday.
Oh, David?
No.
Bradley.
Bradley.
No show without punch, that is for sure. Thanks for coming on.
We hope you enjoyed another stimulating episode of Straight Up. All betting markets supplied by Tab Touch. All care, no responsibility went into the production of today's podcast.